Alrighty now.
That's my monkey. I whipped that monkey.
Yeah. What did you say? But now we're gonna get into Godzilla X Kong: A New Empire. Man. Okay, so we haven't really watched. We only watched one Godzilla and Kong movie before this.
Millie.
Yeah, it was one with the Millie
Millie,
Bobby Brown
can't
in
you
it.
see?
I remember seeing the Godzilla movie many years ago, but don't really remember much of
Wait,
what
I
happened in it.
did watch a Godzilla movie before. I kept falling asleep.
I mean, we've seen advertisements for this for a while, so we figured, why not? Let's go watch it. We ended up surprisingly giving this one an A. This was actually a pretty good time.
It
Not
was
even gonna
good.
lie to you.
I love a movie. So I am not. So Transformers, right? My favorite Transformers was the second one. Okay, and this is not to compare them. They're not the same. They're not. I don't think they're really the same. But I don't like a movie that is so invested into, oh, let's make everything military. This is what the case is. Let's make everything military. I hate that. It's boring to me. I literally zone out. I don't care. It's like, okay, I want to see the big guys. I want to see them. And so this is exactly what that was. It showed the graphics were great.
Yes.
Nothing was glitchy. Nothing was.
Shout out to the
looked like a
graphics
green
department and everybody who
Yeah.
makes the graphics department.
It's just like
Killed it.
It was really good. I like that it kind of kept it short with the whole military stuff, what they were trying to do, radiation, all that stuff. They kept it short, and they were like, no, like it's about Kong and Godzilla,
Pretty much.
and then them working together. And it had it had really great fight scenes.
Yep.
It had the gory scenes. It showed other, and like I was happy for Kong because now he gets to have more people to be with. He's not just alone.
Exactly, and how he
So-
went into them. The discovery of how Kong was able to find them was very nice. And I think what really worked with this one is it's not just like, oh, we don't really like the military stuff. It's if you're going to have monster movies, people pay money to see the monsters,
Yeah.
not the normal characters. It's very rare that you can balance both of those. That very rarely happens where we care about the individual humans compared to the monsters. We like seeing something we haven't seen before. So we like seeing a movie where it's like, what would a Godzilla and Kong movie look like if we got to open up with what Kong does on a daily basis? We see that he's in Hollow Earth, and we see what he's doing. He's hunting, he's protecting himself, and then he also is curious to see what his other people look like. And Godzilla's doing his own thing too. So when they start fighting, or when they have to run into enemies, you wonder why these other enemies are like this. There's good scenes of them not actually talking and having to say anything, but you can see like from body language and how their facial expressions are, that can tell the story as it is. It doesn't always have to be somebody who's being like, Kong's running into another monkey and they look like they're mad and they're fighting. Like, we don't need that to be said. We can see it. We can see what they're actually going through. We really did. The little baby monkey, he was cute. He was cute to see. It was nice that was like the first other monkey that Kong actually got to see when he opened up the different world. This really felt like a Kong movie, by the way. Like, it is Kong and Godzilla, but like going to it knowing it's like a King Kong movie that happens to have Godzilla on the side a little bit.
Kong needs Godzilla's help rather than the other way around.
Yeah.
And they just need help to take over.
Another factor I wanted to bring up with this is that we did have the girl who was a part of this ancient civilization that had already kind of known about this stuff.
Lame.
That is a lame. Yeah. That's a lame plot point in the movie, but it didn't drag too much, and I feel like that was good. Like other studios that would probably try to put this together, I feel like they would drag that out way too much. But this one was like, look, this is an ancient race of people. They lived here back in this time, and they kind of know how to bring out the moth. And the moth is like a peaceful creature, and the moth comes in and stops Godzilla and Kong from fighting each other
That
again.
moth screeches, that was a lot.
But it was good. I did like Scar. I did like the Scar monkey. He was pretty cool. And how he was controlling the ice monster. And using it kind of like as a pet that he can control with its own like kind of power. That was nice, and just like the scale of the monsters is, I think, what really sells the movie here. Like when they're fighting in Hollow Earth is such a huge open place that makes them look like normal size. But when they come back to Earth, we really do look like absolute specks of nothing to them. So like, of course, and I think it's funny because every time we watch these, especially we watch them in theater, Chris is always like, oh, here they go, destroying another city again. And I'm like, yeah, just imagine you going out for coffee and then you just see this giant...
Godzilla is literally sleeping in the Coliseum.
Guy sleeping in the Roman Coliseum like it's a fucking nap. It's so hilarious to me. And then like the military's like, "Oh, get him out of there!" And then someone in the
I'm
military was
like,
like, "Yeah, what are you gonna do about
yeah,
it?"
like what? Wake him up? You wake
He's
him up.
already destroyed half the
I'm
city.
Good. You wake him
Y'all
up.
need to work on the building back Rome budget. Shut the fuck up, because Godzilla's not gonna do anything. I just like how the humans are like, "Where's Godzilla going? Oh, he's gonna go power up. Are we gonna stop him? No, we're just gonna tell you that he's powering up. That's all." No, but it's fun. Like I said, the movie doesn't take itself too seriously. It's fun. It's engaging. Like I said, the fight scenes are really, really good to watch here. We're going to say right now, we're pretty excited for the next one. Y'all keep making these little things. They're pretty cool. You know, it doesn't seem like you have to put a lot of work into the overarching story of it. It's just, do you want to see these monsters fight a little bit more? Let's throw a storyline behind it and have it look really, really good. Brian Tyree Henry, as always, he's funny in this. You know, he's good as a little podcaster guy. And although Millie Bobby Brown's not in it, you know, we think that all the other actors did a pretty good job in this. And I think the only thing that made us go like, okay, we already got to suspend our disbelief, but we'll really suspend it, is when they have to get the gauntlet for Kong. That was definitely like we're just going to speed up the plot and just say, yeah, we just happen to have a fucking gauntlet.
And, hey, but Kong stands 10 toes down.
He really
like,
does.
He's like, hey, I might lose my arm, I might lose my tooth.
I'm going to keep swinging. Definitely rewatchable. Go watch it. Go watch the other. It kind of makes me want to watch the other ones before it, just to see how the story is for this, but you don't have to watch any of them before this to get it. I also like that. If you've never heard of this story at all, just go put this on. Pretty good time. So, yeah, pretty good.